Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, what is poppin', lockin', and what is droppin', baby? Welcome back to the series, back to the channel, and most specifically to this video. Now, today, we're going to be doing a wonderful, splendendous, fantastic episode of high protein grocery hauls and meals for the week. Not a very creative title, but it's a title that's like gets people's attention. Like, oh, high protein. Let's check out what's going on. So, now, for this week, we have OMAD, meal 1, meal 2, and dessert. Just like every other week, because when you go on a weight loss or fitness journey, you kind of have to form a repetitive formation of groceries, meals, and all that shenanigans. So, but without further ado, let's go over what we got for OMAD. So OMAD, we got something pretty special. Now, I went shopping at Kroger, and I found this guy. So this is some chicken. I don't know how many breasts are in here, but we got 1.5 pounds of chicken with chili lime marinade. So maybe some spicy, a little fantastic. So we got the macros here. We got 130 calories per serving with 22 grams of protein. And we're looking at about 5 servings here of chicken breast. So we're gonna be searing this guy up. If I had a grill, I'd be grilling it. So we'll be searing it instead. But either way, it'll be fantastico. Now, if you didn't think that was enough protein, let's throw some eggs in there. So we got some 6 hard-boiled eggs here, 70 calories with 6 grams of protein per egg, 6 total. So we should have a pretty immaculate amount of calories and protein just from the chicken and the eggs themselves. But they're pretty hard-boiled eggs, so not really much to them. Now this guy, I saw these and I was like, they literally will just make anything protein. So these are protein rice crisps. Rice crisps. I figured they were called something else, but I've started to get into these a little bit. I was never a big fan of them, but these are actually not that bad, especially for a snack too. So we got the entire bag is 350 calories with 17 grams of protein. So with a lot of these protein propaganda stuff, none of it passes the protein test, right? And if you guys don't know what the protein test is basically if you take the calories, for the example, 350 calories here, and then you and then you add the protein underneath of it. But then you move a 0 next to the protein. So we have 17 grams of protein for the whole bag. So then you'll put in 170. So if that 170 is really close, the same number or above, then it passes the protein test. Now, usually what I mean by like so close, I'm usually like a number or 2 lower. For example, the hard-boiled eggs, 70 calories with 6 grams of protein. 60 over 70, it passes the protein test, but it's not a bad source of protein. It would be like protein Pop-Tarts that are 400 calories with 10 grams of protein. That's a bad source of protein. This right here is about half of what that is. So it's not necessarily a great source of protein, but for rice cakes, we just added extra protein to this, which honestly, I don't even know what kind of protein's in here. It's pea protein, so it's not even full-on protein, but I figured to give these a try. I'm not a huge barbecue flavored person, but we'll eat these during the OMAD tonight, and I'll tell you guys how they are. And then last but not least, we have a bunch of asparagus. Asparagus is one of my favorite vegetables. It makes your pea smell weird, but they're tasty and they're well worth to eat. So that's gonna be it for OMAD. I say let's go over meal 1. So another episode of simplistic meals for the meal preps. We got something kind of cool. So you heard of chicken, broccoli, and rice? Well, let's take that variation and make a bake out of it and make it actually taste pretty good and not that boring. So first thing I got here is a box of pre-shredded rotisserie chicken. Looks like we got about a half a pound here of pulled rotisserie chicken. I believe this is just white meat only. So the lighter meat, which usually is from the breast, which is less fat, which means more protein over calories, which is very fantastico. So we have shredded rotisserie chicken, about a half a pound of this guy. By the way, we're gonna be making 4 servings this week, mainly because I have Busch Gardens on Friday and then at the 10K on Saturday. So we'll probably spend the majority of the day Saturday with my family. So we'll probably go out and eat and do some cooking. So that's why we only have 4. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Sunday. Next, of course, we have our broccoli. This is a bag of frozen broccoli. I got 2 bags of these, so half a bag per serving for our cheddar broccoli bake. And then what makes it a bake without some rice? The pre-microwave rice, I find this brand to be the best. 330 calories with 6 grams of protein. I know the jasmine rice is 100 more calories. It's actually 100, I don't know, like 150 more calories almost. But this is a lot less calories and less protein, but I would rather have the lower calorie variation of the rice. And last but not least, our little secret ingredient here is cheddar sauce by Prego. So I usually get the Velveeta cheese pouches, but it was actually kind of more in calories. So it's 60 calories per serving for this with 7 servings per the container. So 3.5 servings, you're looking at like 210 calories just on the sauce. There's no protein in it, but we have enough protein from the rice and the chicken as it is. So I'd rather focus on the lower calories. Now, if you're looking for more of a protein-esque, low-ish or calorie cheddar sauce, the Velveeta cheese packets are always a great option. They usually rock 12 grams of protein for the entire packet, but I think we have enough protein with the chicken and rice, so we'll stick with the lower calorie Prego sauce. We'll just really hope that this tastes good. So, but that's it for meal 1. Let's go over meal 2. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube world, let's go over meal 2. Now, there's actually something I forgot on here, so I might have to go back out later and get it. But by the way, I also have to cook all this tonight to meal prep for tomorrow, so I gotta find time to do all that. But so we're going to be making a sweet potato bowl, and we have this large fillet here. Now this specifically is a golden sweet potato. I don't really know what the difference between a normal sweet potato and a golden sweet potato taste is, but I figured I'd go ahead and give this guy a try. This thing is massive. I have 2 of them, so we'll be cutting it in half and be using half a potato per serving. And of course, we have our ground beef here. This is 93.7, a full pound, so we'll be using half a pound per serving as well. And by the way, for the ground beef, we got 2 pounds, so half a pound total for the 4 servings. And then I'm finally trying Good Culture cottage cheese, so I'm going to be putting this on top of the bowl. I've seen a lot of people do this, and I was like, you know what, I might as well go ahead and give it a try. So we have some Good Culture cottage cheese. I've never had the Good Culture before. Usually I get like Kroger brand that's like, what is it, like 21 grams of protein, 0 fat or whatever, but I've heard a lot of good things about the Good Culture one. And this is the only one they had in the individual packets like this. It just makes it a lot easier because I am not microwaving this when I heat it up. So Good Culture little packets of this. So we got 4 of these total. Now, one thing I actually meant to buy, but I forgot when I got all these, is 0 calorie or low calorie barbecue sauce. I need to do that when I go back out, maybe a little bit later today to pick that up. But so let's go over dessert. So for the dessert for this, and I'm actually gonna have 2 of these, actually 2 servings, so 4 total of these for my OMAD meal. But my most favorite things I have ever made on this series, the peanut butter and jelly bruschetta. So we have the Kroger brand caramelized rice cakes here. So here we go. We got 50 calories for 1 cake and less than 1 gram of protein, which is fantastic, but a great source of carbohydrates as well. Rice cakes are a very good low calorie snack. So 2 of these is 100 calories. So keep that in mind. And of course, the secret ingredient to making this low calorie and somewhat decent high in protein, PB Fit, which is peanut butter powder. Now I bought a giant jar of this because this doesn't really expire, and I'll most likely be using this in the future as well. So PB Fit for our peanut butter and jelly bruschettas, 60 calories with 8 grams of protein. So this, for peanut butter especially, passes the protein test. All you gotta do is just mix a little water in there, mix it all together, and you got yourself some very good taste of peanut butter. And the last but not least ingredient we got going on here, sugar-free raspberry jam. This is Kroger brand, 10 calories with 2 grams of fiber. So look for the sugar-free jam, especially the ones with, raspberry preserves. 1% fewer calories than your regular preserves. So, but 2 grams of fiber in it though, this should satisfy our needs for our peanut butter and jelly bruschettas. So there's a couple things I wanted to go over before the end of this haul because I found some interesting 0 sugar drinks that maybe you could inspire others to try out. So my roommate's a big orange soda fan and like orange flavored, so he got orange Sunkiss. I think Sunkiss is orange in general, but the 0 sugar, this dude tastes exactly like the sugared one. It is immaculate how good this was. So I went ahead and picked up a couple bottles of this, 6 total. So I believe the same brand that does 7-Up, I think, makes Sunkiss. So if you like orange soda and you're trying to drink 0 sugar sodas, Orange Kiss would definitely be the game player for this. Not least, probably something I found the most interesting when I was at Kroger. 0 sugar Dr. Pepper, but this is coconut cream flavored. So cream soda is pretty good in general, but coconut cream? Oh, you got me. So I love coconut stuff, so I'm really hoping this tastes good. So I'll be trying this most likely with my OMAD meal. So I'll let you guys know how this is when I get there. So, but without further ado, I'll catch you guys when I devour my OMAD meal. Catch you guys then. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, we are here to try the OMAD Good Deer. Haha, see what I did there? Alright, so I'll go ahead and put a picture of what it looks like here because how I have it set up yet, or how do I have it set up, I don't want to hold it, otherwise it'll fall and it would be a disaster. Without further ado, we got our gold plastic fork here. We're going to go ahead and try some of the stuff. So the first thing we're going to try are the rice crisps, the barbecue flavor. These are the protein ones. It's got a very mild barbecue taste to it, but it's not too bad. But like I said, I probably wouldn't buy these. Just, they only have two flavors. It was the barbecue and then I think there was like a caramel chocolate one, but they're decent for what they are, I guess. But you could probably just get the normal rice cakes and not worry about the protein that you get in them. So next, got hard-boiled egg here. These were kind of interesting. One of them like exploded and I had to mop up all the egg juice that came out of them, but just hard-boiled egg. The yolks in these always taste fake for some reason, but just a hard-boiled egg. Next, we got some asparagus here. Air fried these, 390 for 8 minutes, seasoned with salt, pepper, and garlic. It's asparagus, tastes pretty good. One of my favorite vegetables. Just gonna make sure you get them crisp, and they'll be delightful. Last but not least, we have the chicken here. This actually smelled really good, so I'm excited to try it. Ice rush are really good. I think the marinade is not as spicy as I thought it would be, nor do I taste lime in it, but definitely got like Chipotle-ish taste to it, which is pretty good. So that's OMAD. I'm gonna go ahead and put the macros to the left and right of me. You guys can see it. There's a lot of protein in this. Bear warning about that. And now, let's try this guy out. Coconut cream Dr. Pepper. Zero sugar, of course. Smells like Dr. Pepper. So there's a lot going on with that. You get first instant taste of just plain normal Dr. Pepper. And then you get a cream flavor, and then it hits you with coconut. So it's not like all at once, it's like a pattern. It's good, but it's also quite interesting at the same time. But if you're not a big fan of coconut, you probably won't like this. But this is actually really good. It's just weird because the flavors just come in like sections as you drink it. But without further ado, I'll catch you guys on meal number 1. See you then. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, we are with meal 1 today. And this is the result of it. Man, does this look good. Nice simple meal. Pre-cooked, pre-shredded rotisserie chicken with some frozen broccoli chunks or cubes, I don't know what you call them. Microwavable bagged rice, and then Prego cheddar cheese sauce. So this, pretty good. I think the calories high for what I want and the protein's not as great, but this is a good filler meal too. It's got a lot of volume and actually a decent amount of fiber in it as well. So, but I'm gonna stir this guy around some and then get us a heaping piece here. So as you can see here, rice, cheddar cheese, chicken, and broccoli. Without further ado, as they say in Francais, bon appetit. This is a nice simple meal. The cheddar sauce is pretty good. If you want more protein, I recommend using the Velveeta cheese pouches. There's some cheese sauces I can't have because they're thickened with wheat and gluten, so unfortunately I can't have that. But this is really good too. And then if you want to enhance your flavor even more, I would highly recommend adding some hot sauce to this. So I'll go ahead and throw up the macros to the left or right of me. Like I said, I think the calories are a little high and the protein was kind of low for what I wanted. It's not too low, but it could be better. But it's probably one of the most simplest, easiest things to make because everything's pretty much just cooked. You just got to put it together, heat it up, mix it around, put it back in the microwave, heat it up again, and then enjoy to your delights. So without further ado, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this because I am starving. And I'll catch you guys on meal 2. Let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, welcome to meal 2. I actually recorded this before about it footage because on my phone, so whipped out the camera since I've been eating all day today. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys what I got. So for meal 2, here's the finished product. It is a sweet potato bowl with some ground beef, half a pound of 93.7. It's 10 ounces of sweet potato, a little container here of Good Culture cottage cheese. I never had the Good Culture one, but this is really good. Problem is it's 130 calories for 19 grams of protein, which is good, but like the fat-free stuff, you can get a lot less calories out of it. But the taste of this is really good. And then I topped the guy off with this hot honey chipotle sauce. It's actually pretty good, and it goes really good with this bowl as well. So I think without further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves a bite. As you can see here, we have the cottage cheese, ground beef, and potato in there. Oh, it's good. If you want a nice lowish calorie potato bowl or taco bowl, it's the way to go. I think cottage cheese kind of gives that sourness taste like cream or sour cream does in a way. But if you don't like the clusters from cottage cheese, then you can always blend it. You get a lot better of a taste profile from that too. So, but without further ado, put the macros up here so you guys can observe. If they're going to be higher in protein, but I guess not, which is very unfortunate. So I'll catch you guys with dessert, which you guys have seen multiple times, but I'm still going to present it because there should be some new followers that don't know about this dessert, which is one of my favorites I've ever done, ever. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, it is time for dessert and or snack if you choose, whatever, how do you want to choose it, I guess. So here it is, peanut butter and jelly bruschettas. I'm in love with these. I can't believe when I started making them. They are probably the best thing I will ever eat on my weight loss journey / fitness journey. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I will never get tired of this. And I'm not a big fan of rice cakes either, but yeah. So I'm using a caramel rice cake this time, and then the jam is a red raspberry sugar-free jam. And this jam actually has a good amount of fiber in it. It's got like 2 grams of fiber. One of the best things I ever did for a weight loss journey. By the way, this is under 100 calories. You gotta make sure to use PB Fit though. So PB Fit, it's got better protein. 60 calories with 8 grams of protein per serving. I use a half a serving, so 1 tablespoon on this guy. So it's 30 calories with 30 calories for 4 grams of protein. I usually have 2 of them, but this time to fill my calories, I actually use 3 of them. So for 3 of them, I'm gonna go ahead and put the macros up here as well, so you guys can look and observe. So if you guys want to try this out, add to your fitness journeys, then I recommend it because this is a great snack. Rice cakes are also pretty volumetric, so they'll keep you full as well. But ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, I thank you so much for tuning in to the journey. If you are liking the content, like, comment, subscribe, and share, especially the ones who are willing and wanting to start their fitness journey, as hopefully this will inspire them to do so. We're on the internet, so we gotta learn to take it, comment anything positive or negative. So, got any suggestions, so forth, some things I could do to my journey that I could improve on, or something I could try out that works out best for me. But ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, I thank you from the bottom of my heart once again for coming in and tuning in and checking out the channel. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and I'll catch you guys on whatever I upload next. Peace.